Honestly, you don't even have to go to college for this, but you do have to have understanding of what you actually do in the position and how to describe it. Welcome back to The Marketing Solution. My name is Shelby Paige. Last week we talked about the journey into starting digital marketing and what it kind of takes to get into it, and the answer is not a lot. You just have to know that it's what you want. I mentioned last week that the salary that you can expect starting digital marketing is around $45K, and it can move all the way up to beyond six figures depending on what you're interested in learning about and what you decide to niche into, along with the structure that you kind of choose to go down. Something that I said last time, or something that I kind of glazed over in the last episode that I wanted to kind of clarify this time, was I really only went over the first two jobs that I had because I figured no one cared. Then I released the episode and a bunch of people cared. So we're going to talk a little bit more about it. I went from a entry-level job as an account manager to a junior ad strategist position, to switching jobs again, where I made a lot more money as just a normal ad strategist. And then I moved to a senior ad strategist position. This is where the salary got into that 75, 85K range. Then I moved up to internal marketing lead, right? Around 100, and then to the CMO positions that start at 100K a year and move up into that like 130 to 160K range. Oh, before that, marketing director. Marketing director is around 100 and 110 too. So if you're interested in what that corporate ladder looks like and how much money you can make, it can be anywhere between 45K to 150K a year, not including bonuses, commissions, whatever else you negotiate inside your job. And then if you do that freelance version of it, you can make 10K a month. That's 112K a year, something like that. No, that's like 124K a year to, like 20K a month, and so on and so forth. I mean, you could be a millionaire in marketing if you just start your own agency. Realistically, marketing is a wonderful tool because, unlike a skill, marketing is a system. So a system is replicable and a system can be utilized across skills. So if you are an e-commerce product, if you are a service, there's still going to be three areas of business that no matter what are the pillars of your business that you have to have. Marketing, sales, and operations. Marketing is that third pillar of all businesses, and every single business needs it. That means it's always going to be in a very high demand. A lot of businesses went under during COVID. I made the most money I ever made in my life during COVID because marketing, digital marketing in particular, was one of the only businesses still active, and also it was perfect for going remote. So you want to travel or you want to work from your computer, digital marketing is for you. Now the real topic of the episode, now that sidebar is completely done, CVs versus resumes. What's a resume? A resume is usually a one-pager. Maybe it's got a backside to it with all of your experience that has like a short description plus when you've actually worked there. Resumes are great if the position that you have is self-explanatory. So if you are in like a blue-collar job of sorts, if you're not doing anything in the corporate world, you should probably have a resume because you can tell from all the different construction companies you work at or all the different restaurants that you work at that they have similar responsibilities across the jobs. All of the jobs are the same, right? They have similar responsibilities, so they don't need crazy descriptions. However, a CV is supposed to be curriculum vitae. I think that's correct. Yeah. A CV is
We'll drop it in there in post.
Curriculum vitae.
Curriculum vitae. Vitae. I don't know how to say it.
Curriculum vitae.
Anyways, a CV is a curriculum vitae.
Curriculum vitae.
I don't know how to say it. And that means that is your entire body of your life's work. So in marketing, there are a lot of jobs, a lot of different things that you can do that aren't necessarily the same. Account management. How many clients did you service?
I was hoping that'd be the only one.
And if it's the only one. How big of a client load did you have? What's your retention rate? That's the second one. if you were a full service agency or a partial service agency, if you only focused on a specific thing, those are the types of things you put in the description for account management. For media buying, how much ad spend did you manage? Was it client facing? Was it internal? What did you actually, what platforms did you use? What platforms did you advertise on? What automation did you use? Those things all matter. Because of that, you're going to have longer descriptions. You might have to go more than one page. Curriculum vitae.
Curriculum vitae.
CVs actually are really great for proving that you bring a lot to the table. From an employer standpoint, when they see a resume, they assume that you've got 1 page worth of experience. When they see a CV, they assume that you've got at least 4 pages of experience and that experience is worth them reading. It's really weird from a psychological perspective because my first job was an entry-level job, but I created a CV for it and I fluffed it up all over the place. I said that I copyrighted for all these people, which I did do. I didn't make it up, but I made it sound very important when it wasn't, but it did get everyone's attention. And why did it get people's attention? 1, I did not put my education right at the top of the page. I don't know if you guys know this, but the farther away from college you are, the less your education matters. Like I said in the last episode, I went to school for radio television production. It had absolutely nothing to do with digital marketing, so I just sent it right to the bottom of my CV. No one cared at all. Honestly, you don't even have to go to college for this, but you do have to have understanding of what you actually do in the position and how to describe it. So if you go ahead and look at my LinkedIn, I have really in-depth descriptions not only for the different agencies that I worked for, but the different positions that I had. And when I was promoted, those had a completely different set of skills and a different description inside of them. Those kinds of descriptions are going to prove not only, 1, that you have more than just 1 page worth of experience. You are a full-fledged package. You are a unit of a media buyer or an account manager or a CMO. Your resume will limit you in what you're able to tell, but a CV will not. A CV will have references, a CV will have platform uses, a CV will have in-depth descriptions. When you were promoted, 10 out of 10, I recommend a CV, even if you're starting in an entry-level position, because guess what? It's going to make you look like you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying, and you know that the experience that you did have is worth describing in detail. So, have fun making your CV, guys. Talk to you on the next episode of The Marketing Solution. And we're out.